What's going on, guys? Start of night number 4, or shift number 4. Took an extended 10-hour break because I was a little exhausted. Actually, I was very exhausted. No harm, no foul. Still gonna run up my 14. Still gonna make my money. So yeah, time to get to it. Headed back to Monroe now, and they'll put a load assignment on me, and I'll go from there. We'll see. All right, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So at the stop on this trailer, they asked me to come into the automotive section and see if I can help them grab a hammer and a crowbar for them because the pallet jack and the pallet are both broken. So we're trying to figure out a way to, the pallet, it's like the last pallet for the store and it's stuck. Like the pallet jack is broken underneath the broken pallet. So they asked me to come find a hammer and a crowbar for them to work on this. So yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. All right, so at the second store of my load, currently doing my departure paperwork. Yeah, 3 of the pallets fell over. Several of them had glass products like tomato juice and stuff like that on it. So that ate into my clock because they had to clean up literally all of that stuff to get me unloaded, you know, in a timely manner. So, yep. Well, I was here for a little minute, thoroughly destroyed my 14. So, my 14 is like 6 minutes away from my 11 right now. So I'm about to drive back to Monroe, see what kind of load they put on me. It's gonna take me about 3 hours and some change to get there. And then after that 3 hours and change, I still got to hook up to another load and then go from there. So we'll see. Departure stuff is done. Yeah. Nothing now, nothing to it but to do it. So, yep. That's been my night right now. So, yeah, here we are. Updating my paperwork. Did my departure. So, it's time to rock and roll. Catch up with you guys in the next segment. All right, guys, finished that other run. Finished that 2-stop where I'm on. Had 3 pallets fall over, 2 or 3 pallets fall over, creating a massive mess in the trailer. So I burned 2 hours just sitting there. We're trying to get things set up. So now I'm back at the DC in Monroe, trying to see. I got 2.5 hours left in my 14. Going to see what I can get, if I can get another run. They told me that they're pushing out loads, trying to get some stuff out. They're just now finishing some. They're also still finishing more. So I'm going to see if they can give me, if they have anything for me I can do for the last 2.5 hours. So, yep, gonna get back with it. So, yeah, they had to break my heart a little bit, tell me that they had nothing that I could do. She was gonna give me a 2-stop Athens, Georgia load, which I would have easily been able to get up there and get off and shut down at the store, but she's like, the load's only a percentage done, it's not ready yet. So, glad to shut down for the night. So yeah, I'll go ahead and crunch the numbers in a second and give y'all the breakdown of what I did for the night. All right, guys, take care. All right, guys, so ending night 4. So it's gonna be a video vlog for day 4. Sorry, just disclaimer, sorry for video log number 3. I took my 10-hour break in Toccoa, Georgia. Up there in northern Georgia, I just had terrible service. So, like I said before, my channel is run primarily from my phone. I wasn't able to upload it fast. And then on top of that, driving around, moving all night long and whatnot, it wasn't able to upload fast. So, fuck it, it took a long time. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. So, let's talk about last night. A little recap of last night. So, started in Toccoa, made it down to Monroe, picked up what we call the Remix, which is a dry grocery load. It's not a refrigerated trailer, it's on a dry van trailer, but it's considered grocery. 2-stopper on that. So I go to Greenwood, South Carolina to unload at the store. Get to the store, they're getting 10 pallets. They got all the 10 pallets. They get down to the last pallet. And Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry about that. Janisha just sent me a text message. So they get down to the last pallet, almost to the end of the trailer, like 5 feet from getting it off the trailer into the dock. The pallet jack breaks, so now we can't move it. So we're sitting there like for an hour just breaking this pallet jack from underneath the pallet because somehow or another the metal twisted, it got all fucked up. So it took like an hour and some change to get one pallet off the trailer. It was wild, because we couldn't even get the pallet out. We had to like we couldn't get the pallet jack from underneath the pallet. It was wild. So then get to my next store, which was in Leesville, South Carolina. I was there for like 2.5 hours. It was so, whatever reason, somebody inside the DC in all the eternal wisdom decided it was a good idea to stack flour underneath glass jars of pickles, underneath ragu and prego and all the different kind of marinara sauces you can use for spaghetti and whatnot. They had like 3 of those pallets like that, and then and they had 2 pallets like that, and then the one behind it was like toilet paper and tissue inside of boxes with flour stacked on top of it. Whoever thought that was a smart idea, just, I don't know, blows my mind. So, get to the store, open the trailer door, that flour crushed the flour crushed the toilet paper and pushed the other 2 pallets over, breaking the glass jars of pickle juice and Prego and whatnot. So you get flour opened, mixed with the liquid from the Prego and the pickles. What do you get? A nasty mess. So they're there for like 2.5 hours. They're there cleaning it all up, restacking the pallets, getting it off. And then we get to the nose end of the trailer to get like the last pallet off, which had a bunch of dog food on it. And like 3 of the bags of dog food, 50-pound bags, somehow or another got cut. So at some point while they're loading this trailer at the DC, it cut the bags, and it's just been sitting up against the wall of the trailer. So it was just holding it in place. So when they pulled it away, there was nothing holding the dog food inside the bag anymore, and the shit just leaked everywhere. It was, yeah, my clock got murdered last night because of all the stuff that happened. So that was literally the only store run I was able to do. I only did 407 miles last night in a little bit of activity. So I get back here to the DC with 2 hours and 45 minutes left on my 14. And I was like, hey, y'all have anything ready? Because they were telling me, like, you know, hey, loads are coming and going. They're still building some. They're pushing some out. We won't know what we have until you get here. So she was just like, you know, whenever you get here, just update, you know, tell me how much time you have, and I'll try to find something for you. So I get here, and just like I told you in the last segment, I'm just like, let me see what they have for me. She's like, oh, I have a 2-stopper in Athens, Georgia. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it, you know, and I'll just spend my 10-hour break at the store. And she's like, oh, wait, the load is only 60% done. So I was like, oh, you don't have anything else? She's like, sorry. So I had to stop my clock with 2 hours and 45 minutes. So needless to say, it was just one of those kind of days. I didn't run out my 14, and then the little bit that I did have was absolutely just FUBAR, which means fucked up beyond all repair. So, yep. So I'm going to give you the rundown. It was a decent night. Didn't break 400 like I wanted to, but it was okay. So we converted back to the lower pay amount because I drive at night. Once midnight hits, you go to the, you go to the regular rate for the Monday through Friday. So I drove 132 miles under the weekend rate at 63.5 cents per mile. And then I drove 275 miles under the Monday through Friday rate of 57.5 cents per mile. that broken down together gave me a total of $242 of profit for driving. So I left Toccoa, came to Monroe. I got the arrive and drop, which is $10.75 for Monroe. Ended that trip, began a new trip, hooked to the next trailer, which is $8.50. Departed, made it to Greenwood, South Carolina, had the catastrophe there. So $10.75 for arriving, $11.75 for a live unload. Got to my next store, second catastrophe. $10.75 for arriving, $11.75 for the live unload. And I made it back here to Monroe only to have my hopes and dreams crushed because there was no more loads or nothing that I could have done with the time I had on my clock. So $10.75 for arriving in Monroe and dropping the trailer and ending my day. After everything is said and done, plus the $42 I got for my layover, I made $367.50. Let me whip out my calculator real quick so that I can get my hands on it. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna whip out the calculator. So that being said, I made $367.50. So for a person who gets paid 55 cents per mile to make what I made last night, they would have had to have driven 668 miles, which is doable. So yeah, person making 55 cents per mile would have had to drive 668 miles last night to make my $367.50. So which puts my weekly gross right now 17.50 plus 367.50. My weekly gross right now is $16.85. So yeah, right now I'm sitting at $16.85. Last night just really threw a big ass monkey wrench and everything. Ugh. But either way, I'm more optimistic about tonight. I'll be getting started a little bit earlier in the evening since I didn't run my 14, which means I'll probably be able to turn around 2 refrigerated trailers live unload. So if I can get 2 of those turned around tonight, I should definitely be able to make up for what happened. So yeah, as always, like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and mesh this video together. Since I'm spending my 10-hour break at the DC in Monroe right now, and that's where I'm currently at. I'm in Monroe, parked in the back, the driver's area. Yeah, I'll actually have good service. I'll be able to upload this. Last time I uploaded a video here, it uploaded pretty fast, so hopefully I'll get the same fortune for this one. Go ahead and upload it and get this out to you guys before my 10-hour break is up. All right, guys, y'all have a good day. I'm about to knock out for day 4, and we'll get up and start day 5, which is right before go home day, and which is go home day at the end of the shift. And we'll talk about what I made at the end. All right, take care.